Hello, peoples of the internet. This is Eminough, and we are back with some more TerraGenesis. Now, excuse the sounds you heard just now at the very beginning of this video. I was adjusting my chair and I'm on concrete. So, there's this store. By the way, there was an update today. I just downloaded it. So let's see. You can get 200 Genesis points transferable to any world. And since it's my first purchase, I would get a bonus 100 Genesis points. Ooh, and I get 10 free Genesis points just for connecting to Facebook. Thank you, developers. I was really wanting a way to transfer games between devices. And that is exactly how you're going to do that. So, pardon me here, I'm going to go ahead and... Yep, okay, that did it. 22 Genesis points. And then here's the Genesis points store. Oh, wow. 3,500 Genesis points transferable to any world. And since it's the first time I would be purchasing that, I would get a bonus 1,750 Genesis points, all for $100. So that would be 5,250 Genesis points for $100, or oh goodness, like 45 Genesis points per dollar. So you're getting almost 5 times the amount that you would be getting for just $1 purchase. Now, I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm not trying to say, go ahead and buy all of this or any of this even. Because, of course, you should support the developers. And, of course, if you've got money that you've set aside specifically for gaming and you want to spend some of that on this, then go ahead. I'm not going to stop you. But don't just go spending money all willy-nilly on games. No current offers available on playable worlds, and special offers following on Twitter and Instagram will gain us another 10 each, so hold on. Okay, so we're back. I can probably cut out that material just because it's somewhat sensitive, but I already followed them on Twitter, so all I had to do was tell the game. And as far as Instagram goes, I had to do a quick sign up for that, but that's fine. We have 42 Genesis points now. And oh yeah, I completely forgot that when I came up here, I was just going to unpause the game. Great new interface, by the way, developers. I love it. Alright, let's go and check on our colonies, and let's see, Zakharov Swish. Okay, so it was a borehole, I believe, that we were building that was the under construction last time. It looks like they fixed the bug, which is really nice. I did tell them about it on their Twitter account, and it looks like they fixed it, so that's great. And under construction... Oh, wait. Let's try upgrading it. Okay, so never mind. It looks like that bug might still be there, but it's fine. Oh, thank you, thank you, local artist of Wandermere, for creating a painting that is being hailed as a true masterpiece. That got us a culture point, and that is terrific. So, let's go ahead. Oh, put in the misclicks, if you would. Let's go to culture, and go ahead and put that towards our independence. We should now be 60% victorious, and that's great. Now, let's go ahead and stop double-clicking up here, because if you can see, you click that to go to the main screen, and then if you click it again, it takes you to the menu. Let's see what this is. Mining revenue boost? No thanks. Although, if I do see one that boosts both of them, I think I'll go ahead and do that, because we are starting to run a little bit low on both of them, but I want to keep commercial breaks to a minimum for your viewing pleasure and for just the smoothness of it all. Anyways, we currently have 1,880,000 credits and climbing, which is pretty good in my opinion. We're still researching the spaceport. Speaking of, let's see, 10 Genesis points. You know, I kind of don't want to keep you guys waiting on this. I really don't. And we did just get a whole bunch more Genesis points, and we're trying to be frugal with these, don't get me wrong. Genesis points can be really useful in certain situations, and I am of the opinion that this is a good cause to put it towards. Now, I'm not going to maybe speed up many other things like this. Let's go ahead and finish the spaceport. And we don't have enough credits for the hab down. But that's going to be a huge help to us when we do unlock it. Now let's see what this transmission is. Mining revenue boost. No thank you. Now I think Zakharov's wish is a city in which we can build a spaceport. So let's go ahead and do that. And if we wanted to hurry, it would cost 6. But we are not in that big of a hurry. So, the year is 2075. We have 10,318 people living on Mars, even though it is still technically a barren planet. We just spent 1 million credits building and beginning the construction on the spaceport, so we only have 1 million credits right now. But it is climbing relatively quickly. And as soon as this spaceport finishes being constructed, we will gain access to the satellites, which are massively expensive. They are very, very expensive structures, but they will be very, very useful in forwarding our cause more quickly than it currently is being forwarded. And if we come over to the culture screen, we can see that at the next time we'll definitely get a culture point. It's at 25,000 population. So we've got 15,000-ish to go, but we should be getting there relatively soon. Oh, thank you. Let's see. In fact, let's just go ahead and see how soon exactly. We're going at almost 50 people per minute. And so we're going to need to wait 3,000 minutes, which is 5 hours. So at the rate we're currently growing our population, it'll take another 2 to 3 episodes for us to reach 25,000 population. And of course, there are ways that we can increase how quickly our population is growing. If we come down to the population tab, oh, we found a massive deposit of silver at the Yoglin Alpha mine. Very nice. Pardon the the coughing and the other audio difficulties. I understand that the audio quality isn't that good right now, but I am working on finding solutions to that, so if you'll just bear with me, that would be terrific. Now, as soon as we finish building the spaceport, we will actually almost triple the rate at which we're gaining population. And that's just the first level. And so that's going to be terrific. Free supplies worth 3 Genesis points free of charge. Amazing. I love it. Alright. Now, while we're waiting for something new to happen, let's take a quick look at the biosphere. Why don't we? Let's just review what it looks like to create an organism. Every organism in the TerraGenesis is made up of 5 genes: a kingdom, a phylum, and 3 attributes. The kingdom you've already selected when you choose the selection of the section of the biosphere that brought you here. Next, pick a phylum, or the type of organism you want to make. After that, you can customize it with 3 attributes to make a unique, viable species. To the right is the organism screen, which gives you a detailed look at the species you're working on. Tap any row for an explanation of that section. It's a lot to take in, but in the right hands, it can be a very powerful tool. Well, I think that we know from experience that I am not completely the right hands to be dealing with this, because we did create Primus Severus X a couple episodes back, and that died off in a sandstorm. It was actually not doing that badly until the sandstorm hit, at which point it became extinct. But let's go ahead and let's see. Let's add the protozoa gene, or genes, because if you'll notice this DNA helix, it's got color-coded strands of DNA, and it had red, blue at first. And then when we selected the protozoa phylum, it added a yellow, green sequence of strands. So this is really cool. I don't remember this being here before, but it very well could be. We want it to be low metabolic. We want it to be extremophile. And if we could make it, and actually, if we could make it double extreme, actually, here, hold on just a second. Let's see what this transmission is. Cultural boost, no thank you. Okay, I'm not gonna actually create an organism right now, probably. But I just want to see what a triple extremophile organism's viability would be on Mars as it currently stands. Let's see. Oh, it's actually viable without us pouring in, what was it? 10,000 credits per minute. Ho 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 ho. I'm actually kind of curious about this now. Okay, so the current and the projected, I'm not sure what the difference would be. Also, this is text right here. You'll see that's still kind of stock text. So of course not everything is completely finished right now, but they're working on it and they're doing their best. Let's just support them as best as we can. That's what this transmission is. Mining revenue. Okay, here's the deal. I'm going to do this, and then I'll do the next cultural revenue boost that I see, and that will hopefully get us through the rest of this episode pretty easily. So just hold on a moment. I'm going to accept this pitch. Okay, and we're back. And our priority is to increase oxygen, which, luckily for us, the spaceport... Oh, actually, the spaceport doesn't contribute oxygen. I thought it did somehow. Okay. But it does contribute a lot of population. And that is a very important thing for us to be gaining right now, as you might be able to imagine. Now, I'm just curious really fast. Let's see. Mining revenue. No, thank you. Let's go to colonies. I think it's 10 million. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, we need the population. So if we wanted to get 10 million credits, we could spend 30 Genesis points. But I'm not going to do that. No way. I mean, after all, we are still raking in 140,000 credits every minute. I mean, we're earning more than that, but we're also spending some on maintaining various facilities across our colonies. Now let's see here. Let's actually come over here. Population 10,223. Good grief. And we have 12,156 available habitations. Okay. So the question then becomes, oh, hold on a moment. I think we might be having technical difficulties. No, everything seems to be in order. We should be fine. All right. So what we want to do next is save up for the Habdome. Let's see, cultural revenue. Here we go. I'll be right back, everybody. Please bear with me. All right. Oh, man. 15,860,000 credits. Who has that many credits at this point in the game? I mean, some people might. Our poor idiocratic population. Their leaders are just too poor to be able to stop them. The year is currently 2077. We have nearly 2 million credits. And, oh, please also pardon the noise coming from the upstairs. There's a piano up there, and we have several people in this house who can play, so at times there will be piano music coming from the upstairs. In any case, let's see what the summary page has to say. It has to say that as far as plants and microbes are concerned, it's getting warm enough that they can survive, but there's not nearly enough atmospheric pressure, nowhere near enough oxygen, and nowhere near enough water. We're currently growing at a rate of 63 millikelvin per minute in terms of temperature. We have 238,367 millikelvin currently, and we are aiming for 287,000 millikelvin. As far as pressure goes, we're growing at a rate of 74 pascals per minute. We have 16,995 pascals of air pressure currently, out of a goal of 100,000 pascals. For oxygen, we have 22,385 parts per million of oxygen, out of a goal of 210,000 parts per million, and we are growing at a rate of 87 parts per million per minute. Water, we have 143,854 centimeters of water on the surface, growing at a rate of 239 centimeters per minute, and our target is 60 million. Good grief, that would be so much water. I meant to say 600,000 centimeters. We don't have biomass because we are using biospheres. And we currently have 10,854 population out of 12,624 possible habitants, and we are growing at a rate of exactly 50 per minute. Awesome. Oh no, that's not good. Wondermere doesn't have a native birth rate. Everybody that city's gaining is coming because it was featured in a hit video game and a hit musical with inconsistent caps. That's great, and I don't mean to slam the text in this game. I just noticed that a hit video game is all capitalized, while a hit musical isn't, and pointed it out for some reason. Anyways, my word. Let's see. I'm kind of curious. Oh wow. The Beta 6 Silver Mine in Yoglin is is earning 24,750 credits. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's amazing. I don't think I've ever had anything earn that much per minute. That's incredible. Okay. And I don't know if the cultural revenue boost and the mining revenue boost are automatically mm, applied to the numbers you see here or not. I have a feeling they are though. Just looking at the numbers really fast. I mean, yeah, that adds up to about what we're seeing there. Of course it would. Mining revenue boost. No, thank you. We're good. We're good there. Although we are running out of places to put new people. We only have roughly 1,000 more spaces in which to house new residents. So very soon, we're going to start needing to build some more hab spaces. But there's another trade route established between Wondermere and Zaharovswish. That's great. Now let's see here. Let's go to colonies and let's go to Wondermere. And population, we can build a hab complex, but that seems a little bit contrived. I mean, yes, we do need the population slots, but at the same time, we really need to build a hab dome. We just really need to research that. And secondly, Wondermere just doesn't have that many people coming into it. Oh, and that could also be a reason why there just isn't any more room. Let's go ahead and build that hab complex. How about? It'll also actually help with getting more oxygen into the atmosphere. If you didn't notice, it does add 10 parts per million of oxygen per minute to the atmosphere. Let's go ahead and decline this. And we've just crossed the 11,000 population mark, and it's still a barren planet. I think it's incredible that there are so many people, even just in this game, who would go and move to Mars, move to a planet that hasn't fully been terraformed yet. I mean, obviously there are lots and lots of people in this game, and even in real life, working really hard every single day to help get it there, to help Mars be habitable. But just the thought that so many people would move there before it's finished, whether it's to help with the terraforming efforts or whether they just want to start over, it's incredible. That would be an incredible experience to have, to even get to just visit Mars, not even to move there permanently, but to just go there even for one soul, one day. That'd be great. So, let's see. I think pretty soon we may want to start researching. Okay, not soon, but at some point in the next 3 to 5 episodes, I think we're going to want to start researching the geocistern, the electrolysis plant, and the ice launcher. Which, if you look at the description of it, it says the CEO Nwabudike Morgan described the ice launcher as throwing snowballs at God. And I just think that's a hilarious elevator pitch for such an expensive machine. Now, of course, we need to research the electrolysis plant first. But I just thought that was really funny. Okay. Oh my word. The solar shade, look at that. It costs 4 million credits to build, and then all it does is take things. Look, it decreases heat by 100 millikelvin per minute. it decreases the oxygen in the atmosphere by 20 parts per million per minute, and it saps an additional 4,688 credits per minute. Why would you do that? I mean, maybe if you're terraforming Venus, or maybe in one of the custom planets that you can try and terraform, which I'm going to be doing after I've finished all of the standard planets. Because as infrequently as I have made these in the past, and as long and difficult as these are to make, which I'll admit they're not that difficult to make, but they do take a good chunk of time to make. As many problems and as many obstacles as there are between me and recording more of these videos for you guys, I really do like this game. It's a great game and I love it. And if this was the only game that I made on my channel, if there was just one game that I would produce on my channel, I think it might be this one. If I could just find the motivation, I suppose, maybe not even that, but if I could just find the time to make one of these every day, I would. Now there's a short video that's going to give us 2 free Genesis points, so I'm going to take this offer. So I'll be right back after the break. Oh, I got 3 Genesis points. Amazing. Hi everybody, we're back. Sorry about that. Alright, now let's go back to the main screen, and my word, we have 3 million credits already. Look at how much money we're making. Now, of course, this game isn't just about earning more and more money all of the time. But my strategy does require you to have quite a large amount of income coming in. So as greedy and money hungry as I'm sounding sometimes during these episodes, I don't think it's all about the money. You don't need to worry about that. Now, oh, actually, a terrorist cell calling itself the Sword of Mars has attempted bombing inside your habit unit in Wandermere. But a member of the cell got cold feet and no harm was done. Under interrogation, they claimed to be protesting your materialistic values. But experts suggest they may actually be off-world agents trying to stop the independence movement. Now this is what I'm talking about. I'm totally fine, as bad as this sounds, and I'll explain this in a minute. But as bad as it sounds, I'm actually fine with the terrorist attacks and the meteor strikes and all of the bad things that are happening, because if there were no obstacles, this wouldn't be as cool a game. And the fact that the closer you get to independence, the more of these obstacles you encounter just makes it admittedly a little bit contrived at times, where at 95% independence sometimes there will be a terrorist attack and then a meteor coming in and an earthquake and several other things happening all in quick succession, and that seems a little bit artificial and a little bit just because that's how the game mechanics work. But they're really doing a good job at making terraforming, which is an incredibly slow and time-consuming and difficult process. You're really making a game all about terraforming really interesting, and that's amazing. Rich gold deposits have been discovered throughout the Zakharovsk region. Prospectors are already flocking to the site, and we expect it to be a major boost to the local economy. That too is amazing. Now let's see what this transmission is about. The cultural revenue, boosting by 200% per hour for watching a short video. No thanks, I think we've got that all under wraps. Now, as I was about to say before I mistakenly clicked on the research button, let's go to Zakharovsk, and let's click on the spacebar and see. 5 Genesis points. Yeah, that sounds fair. Alright. If we upgrade it, ooh, ooh, indeed. Not quite yet, I think. How much does it cost? 500,000 credits. I mean, we can definitely afford it. But I want to research the Habdome first. So let's see if we were to get. Oops, I don't think that's the right place. No, no, it has to be. I'm pretty sure it is. No. Here we go. Get credits, transfer. That's not the right one. Get credits. Yes, here we go. Spend 5 credits, or 5 Genesis points rather. Now we have 28, which pushes us well over the 4 million credit mark. We don't need that, thank you. And just because we're really close to running out of space to put in more people, I feel this is important enough to do this. And let's just go ahead and start researching the Habdome. And, well, that did put us back several million credits. That is a very, very worthy investment that we just made. All right, everybody. The year is 2078, meaning roughly 2 years have passed in-game. We have 11,644 population, which is almost 1,000. I believe it's roughly 800 more people than we started with. But we have 11,700 people living on Mars. It's still a barren planet, and we still need more oxygen in the atmosphere the most badly. And I don't know if that was the correct way to say it. But of everything that we could be doing right now, the priority thing to do is increase oxygen content in the atmosphere. And of course, provide more space for more people to live. Now let's see. Our mining and cultural revenue. I think I'm going to do this one, just because. And so I'll see you guys after this quick commercial break. Oh. Zakharov's wish is buzzing with rumors that a person, never clearly glimpsed but definitely humanoid, was seen walking freely on the surface without protection. A local legend has developed about the so-called hiker, a reclusive human or even alien, surviving alone on the surface of Mars. Now that's cool. And they still emphasize the point that he doesn't have protection even after you get it to the absolute best terraforming status that you can, which is paradise. This is still a really cool bit of lore in the game that I greatly enjoy. Now let's go ahead and do this. I'll see you guys in just a moment. Okay, and we're back. Now we've got 1,314,000 credits in climbing. We have almost as many people as we can support. We have 12,026 people living on Mars right now. Out of 12,624. My oh my, are we getting close to the population limit. Let's go ahead and decline that. Let's go. No. We're building it in Wondermere right now. Oh, wow, we're building a lot of things in Wondermere, it looks like. Hab Complex, and Kelp Farm. Okay. So, yeah. Wondermere is about to get quite a few more habitation slots, one in 16 minutes. So, yeah, before the end of this episode, Wondermere will be able to support about 2,000 more people. And then in the next episode, it will be able to support 2,000 more people. And it's kind of weird to think that a level 10 Hab unit can only support 486 people. You might think that it would support at least a little bit more than that. What is the amount of people that a level 1 Hab unit supports? Let's go ahead and find that out. A level 1 HAP unit, oh, only supports 85 people. Okay, yeah, I can see. I can see how that would be a good progression. Alright. And we have 4 hours, 55 minutes left in researching the HAP dome, unless we wanted to spend 10 Genesis points, which I'm not going to do. But thank you for the offering. Let's see what this transmission is about. Alright. Let's go ahead and decline that. In our culture tab, yeah, I mean, you know, as much as it seems like we're a plutocracy here on Mars right now, we really aren't. We've got 75% of our government dedicated to democracy and only 25% to population growth. No, I mean to financial growth, to plutocracy. So that just goes to show you that you shouldn't believe everything you read in the newspaper, everything you hear online, or just really anything that you haven't checked for yourself. We've got pretty good eco-friendly policies, pretty good financial growth of values. Okay, so yeah, we are kind of dullards in terms of our values, because we're valuing wealth more over knowledge. But I feel like we've got a pretty well-balanced way of doing things here on Mars right now. Oh, look at that. We're at our current population cap. But fear not, because in roughly 10 minutes, we'll be able to support several more people. And of course, I never refuse more Genesis points because of how useful they can be in certain situations. So I'll see you guys right after. I think this is the 4th commercial break we've taken. I'll try not to do many more this episode. Alright, and we're back, and we got another bonus Genesis point. That's always nice. Alright, the year is 2079. We have right around 2,100,000 credits. And we currently have a maxed out population of 12,624. Let's go ahead and see how our summary is doing. I know it won't have changed very much, but it's good to keep track of these things. We have 239,725 millikelvin out of a goal of 287,000 millikelvin, 18,657 pascals out of a goal of 100,000, 24,221 parts per million out of a goal of 210,000 parts per million of oxygen, 148,888 centimeters of water out of a goal of 600,000 centimeters, and a completely maxed out population, which would be growing by 201 per minute if there were room. And as expected, the spaceport in Zakharov Swish is contributing most of that. Now let's see what this transmission is. 2 more free Genesis points. Game, I think you're figuring out what my weakness is. I wonder if it learns what pitches you react to the best and serves it up based on that. That would be a really cool and maybe not that difficult thing to implement. Anyways, I'll be right back, everybody. I'm sorry about as many commercial breaks as we're having in this episode. Alright, everybody, and we're back. I don't anticipate many more commercial breaks. So, I'm sorry about that, but as you know, Genesis points are pretty good, and I take many of the opportunities that I am given to get them for free. And let's go ahead and check in Wondermere, perhaps for the last time this episode. The Ham Complex has 9 minutes left, and it would only cost 1 Genesis point to finish. Let's go ahead and do that, I suppose. 33 Genesis points remaining. No, thank you. And let's see. Yes, that gives them a habitation cap of 2,593, which is pretty big actually. That's, excuse me, that's a pretty decently sized city on back here on Earth. No, 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 not city. Maybe definitely a town though. Definitely a town. A new style of architecture is developing in Wondermere, which emphasizes fashionable lines and open layouts. While still in its infancy, this new style is quickly being adopted by local architects and has become heavily associated with Wondermere in the public eye. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool indeed. Now let's see here. Let's come over to the research tab. 4 hours, 48 minutes, and 55 seconds, give or take, left in researching the Habdown. Alright, now let's click that. And I just realized we haven't taken any time at all this episode, and it's almost over. But we haven't taken any real time to just watch the world turn. This is honestly one of my more favorite parts of this gameplay. No, thank you. But yeah, I just really like watching the planet turn on its axis and see all the progress that we've made since the beginning of the game, even if it's not very much. Like, it really doesn't look like right now, but you can see an atmosphere. If you take the opportunity to kind of turn it over a little bit, you can see this large lake system. It's almost an ocean at this point, honestly. And we're making so much progress. It's incredible. Satellites have discovered a massive incoming meteoroid that will impact Mars within days. It's too late to divert it entirely, but our scientists have proposed a unique solution. We can let it impact, which will thicken the atmosphere, or we can nudge it to release water and oxygen. Let's do the air-braking maneuver. Alright. Now, I just noticed that it says, as expected, no damage was caused. I wonder if the air-braking maneuver could potentially cause some damage, like, especially in the really late game. Not post-victory, but in the really late game. That would be terrifying. But yeah, look at that. I'm just going to take a quick screenshot there. Let's save that image to the device. And let's go ahead and reset the position at which we're looking. Let's see what this transmission is. Mining revenue. Oh, okay. Paid broadcasts or live shows. Now, this is a really interesting dilemma, and I'm pretty sure we've run into it before. I honestly think that we should do live shows, and let's decline that. Now, I chose live shows because we do need more population to start coming in, starting pretty soon, and that's a good way to kick it off. Now, I'm just going to check what the population growth is. 206 per minute. Pardon those cans being knocked over. I apologize for the interruption there, audio-wise. Now, yeah, we're probably going to stall a little bit on population again here in a little while. Not during this episode, but definitely during the next one. And that's going to be fine. We are kind of going at a little bit of a quick pace. But as the game progresses, we'll be able to host more and more people on Mars, and everything will be just great. Now, look at these canyons. I never really talked about them before, but look at these huge canyons that are on Mars. 2 free Genesis points. Okay, I'll be right back, everybody. I need to eventually decline one of these, I think, because I'm pretty sure the game is on to me. but I'm going to accept these right now, and I'll be back in just a moment. Alright, and we are back from the 6th commercial break. I'm so sorry, everybody. But the year is currently 2080. We have 27,779 population and just over 3.7 million credits. And I think in the next few minutes here, we're going to wrap up this episode. We are approaching the hour mark, and that's generally what I aim for these videos, is 1 hour, maybe 45 minutes, but definitely in that time range. Alright, now let's just take a bit more opportunity to watch the world turn. Let's see. We should release the water, I think, because we do need more water on the surface. Now you see down there near the bottom of the globe, those are the oceans. That's the ocean that I was talking about. Now if we come over to this map of Mars, you'll see that there used to be a crater here, and that's what's been filling up with water as we've been adding more and more water to the surface, because water does go from the very lowest elevation upwards. And if we were to look at an elevation map of Mars, there's going to be a crater here, and then right where the water is, and then if you look kind of closely, you'll see this kind of outline made by this dark rock, and an incoming meteor that would destroy our level 1 borehole. 217,000 credits. Yeah, let's accept that. Incoming transmission. No, thank you. But if we look at this, and you kind of follow the outline of the dark rock, starting from not as far up as you can go, but pretty close to the top, you'll see that it kind of goes in this wave pattern and comes down, and then back up, down, kind of into a T shape right there, and up, and then down, and then there are those canyons that I was talking about, and that's about where the coastline on Mars is. And then there's that mountain that's going to be an island eventually. This mountain right here on the other side of the map, if you were to mirror it, is also going to be an island, though not as large as an island as Olympus Mons, I believe that first mountain I was talking about is called. Oh, and look, up in the very top right corner, there's also a little lake there. I'd never noticed that before. Should be, yeah, I think that was it, just there that passed over the horizon. But yeah, we are making a phenomenal amount of progress. And I am really happy with how this game is going. Now, I know that this series has kind of taken a long time to get started, but I promise that going forward, I'll be doing my best to release 3 episodes every week. One on Monday, which is today when I'm recording it, one on Wednesday, and one on Friday. Now, I'm not going to accept this pitch because it's just one Genesis point, and even if we got 2, so we got the 1, but with an extra, I don't think that would be worth a 7th commercial break, and I don't know why I'm emphasizing the amount of commercial breaks we've had in this episode. It might have something to do with the way we started it out, where I was on the menu screen, and then I decided to click on the cart button, and then we just got going for a couple of minutes there talking about what you can buy in the game, and it sounded so much like a plug that I was like paid by the developers or something to do, but that is not how it is. I'm not being paid by the developers to do this. I'm not getting any sort of reimbursement for talking about what you can buy in the store or anything like that. I would definitely be encouraging you guys to go ahead and buy some TerraGenesis points, some Genesis points, instead of saying, oh, you should spend money wisely and only do it if you've got like money set aside, or if you got money for your birthday and that's what you want to spend it on. Then of course I'm not going to stop you. But if I were being directly paid by the developers to do that sort of a thing, then I think I might be a little bit more enthusiastic in telling you to actually go ahead and purchase some. But again, that's entirely beside the point of the whole game. No thank you. No thank you, game. I think I'm good for this episode. Speaking of which, it is about that time, ladies and gentlemen of the internet, where I must leave you and say and bid you all adieu until Wednesday when I upload the next episode. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you are continuing to enjoy this series. If you are, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up on the page, and also tell your friends about it. If you like it and you think they might like it, you should definitely tell them about it, because this is a series that I'm working quite hard on. I'm trying to make the format as chill as possible, as informative as I can. When I think of a fact or find a fact about a particular planet we're working on, which has only been Mars up until this point, then I make sure to tell you guys about it. I tell you about the state of the art in terms of terraforming and space exploration. I do put effort into this series, and I would appreciate it if you would share this series with a friend you think would appreciate it. But shameless plugs aside, for my own channel, I think this is where I'm going to leave you for right now. So, once again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. I'm going to take care of this transmission after I end this video, so goodbye everybody. I'll see you on Wednesday.